since it's a short journey, why not take advantage of this free time? Close your eyes. We're going to go back into the hue this time, but we're going to do it many times. And then we're going to go to the void instantly with Torellian. And then we're going to pass down through the etheric, mental, causal, astral, and physical. You saw that coming.
Yep, I like that.
To help those forms help you know stuff down here, because they're much smarter than you are. Those forms you're running, the Atma's running in those planes, much higher body forms, much higher abilities, and yet they're stuck too. Getting unstuck, let's put it that way. So in this second recording, we will call this an experiential Q&A for the first time.
So, Scott, so effectively, Atma has duplicated itself in each of the planes. So there's an Atma running the
No, it
no.
doesn't duplicate. It can, but it doesn't. It's just running all of them simultaneously.
Okay, so it's the driver
But you
and
got
the
to
other
remember the
bodies.
Atma is not in space and time. It can appear over the causal or mental body, but it's not in those planes. It is operating from source itself. Do you understand?
I do, but
That's why this
explain
is,
that to everyone else. I understand that.
yeah, because that's really how this is so different what people think when they're raised on Earth. They don't have any idea what's really going on because they're not experienced. They don't want to experience. They want to just believe. And the world gets worse because belief doesn't change the world. The opposite of belief and faith is doubt and fear. How can it change anything? The opposite of the U expansion ray, there isn't one. There is a faculty that goes with it when it's awake, called right discrimination or discernment. Higher faculty of being, a source type of consciousness. So I'm going to begin to send out these hues and you do them with me. This is our choice and we're going on a second journey now, a short one, to help awaken further the selves you run, the body forms you run. And I'm going to turn off, see who's got their mic on. We'll get that off, we'll get that one off. And we get a better recording quality that way. And then we'll have them turned back on when we're done. Okay, here we go. Just do it with me in the sanctity and sanctuary of your own internal paradise. Remember, you're all still near the ceiling now. The Galactic Alliance couple have decided to come back and join you. They like the idea too. So they're going to keep your fears off so you can get the best benefit out of this short journey. Remember, they're doing it with us. Torellian is, master teachers are on the journey. They're still with us. Satnam's still going to be present. 4 silent members will go with us on this journey, assigned by the top silent one. That puts us in outer space. Instantly, we are in the void surrounding Ambassador Torellian. Two silent mentor couples are hovering above this circle of beings. And you can see down at the bottom of the void a barrier like an aurora borealis. Multiple colors. As a group, we still have this oval of transparent light around us projected by Torellian's closed fists with his thumbs up, and then we pass through the barrier, and each of us find ourselves standing on the steps of a golden steps glowing, leading to very large palatial estates. Now, these look like buildings on Earth, but they're transparent. They're mostly energy with a little bit of matter. You're all standing upright, well dressed. Can't even say you're 36 or 56 or 100,006 here. Timeless, ageless. Your form is transparent. You can see energy centers along the spine that are quite beyond chakras around bodies on Earth. And your eyes are closed. Each one of you is on a different island. There are 80,000 of them here, just one area. Satnam and Torellian suddenly appear beside each of you simultaneously, and they have a little blue paddle, like one of those mittens that you wear at a ball game. It's a little blue thing, and they just give you a little pat on your rear end. That's on the body that's unconscious there. You're hovering above it, and then it opens its eyes. And these two telepathically encourage it to look up and see the void, look up and see Satnam's realm, and then look down and see your mental body. You're running on the mental plane. And we find ourselves suddenly in the next plane below, in the mental plane. And you're out on many continents, on a number of worlds, semi-transparent, more solid matter, still a lot of light around everything. And you're standing on the beach. Luminous blue, diamond-like, green, different colored beaches around all these different continent-sized islands. And you're standing on the beach with your eyes closed. Whatever you imagine mental clothes to be, your mental type clothes, they would be more elegant and refined than anything on Earth. Satnam and Torellian appear around that body, around each one of you. And a little white golden light comes through them and shocks that body. Awake. You're hovering above it, observing this. You couldn't do it yourself, or you'd have done it before now. And then you're guided to have that body look up and see the mental body. It looks down and sees the causal body. And we're suddenly in the causal plane on thousands of islands, tropical, luminous trees, surrounded by luminous blue ocean, the color of which you cannot describe in Earth terms. It's charged. You're standing on a white semicircular balcony. There's a big dome behind you, bigger than anything on Earth. And each one of you is sitting in a chair, standing by the balcony, some of you with a cup of tea, but your eyes are closed. Torellian and Satnam appear beside each of you. You're hovering above this form, and another energy is sent through them to you to wake this body up in a certain way. So it looks up and sees the mental body and looks down and sees the astral body, where all emotion comes from that you experience in your life on Earth. All emotion comes from this form you're running. All matter in the astral plane is moved by emotion, not pushing it around like physical matter. And it wakes that body up to look up and see. The mental body looks down and sees the astral body. And now you're on probably 1,000,000 tropical islands on whatever this is, a huge world. You've purposely been brought here to the pure astral level, protected area out of 144. Because bodies in those planes can move between them, you know. They do it directly or on ships that are created out of astral matter. Different kind. Torellian and Satnam appear beside you. It's another spiritual kind of gentle shock that wakes up that body. It's startled, but it feels great. And then it looks up and sees the causal body looking down on it, grinning. And it looks up and sees the mental body, the etheric. They all see each other. And then it is compelled to look down and see you hovering near the ceiling back on Earth. Galactic Alliance couple is still beside you, keeping fears turned off. Fear of the present and future is gone, over, not there. And you still see this lavender light mixed with golden white light moving down through the ceiling. And your astral body is passing through it, it's passing through you. And then it's passing down through your physical form, still in the trance state called sleep, out through the walls of your house, to those 3 pyramids on Earth, to the big one between 2 stable asteroids in the asteroid field between Mars and Jupiter. It actually goes to large pyramids that have been appearing between individual stars, a network. And then it enters the galactic core of the Milky Way galaxy and is sent back to source. And it never stops moving, but it only moves one way. And then we're back. You wake up your body and open your eyes. And we'll get our mics on as soon as you're ready. And we'll probably be doing more of that one until it sinks in more easily. But it's sinking in.
That was a good one.
That was really good. So
Yeah.
Scott, that's nice. When we look at each other in a different, from the astral to the mental, well, we're looking down because we're always going down, mental to the astral, say, when we recognize what we're looking at, that means we're in at that present moment, we're in that particular plane.
Yeah.
Moving around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could be in all of them at once looking at those bodies. We kind of do that, but to keep things focused one at a time is better. See what I mean? The Atma itself, you are not limited in that way. But if you think you are, you are. Atmas have
so it's like a
power of.
It's like a. It's like a peeping tom. You're
no, because the body
your astral. You can look down on and spy on your other bodies to see who's behaving or.
No.
Yeah.
You're not spying.
I don't think it's spying. Yeah.
You're not spying.
No.
You're already running them. You're becoming aware of it again, waking up to it. You're not spying on anything. You're already running them. Their bodies you're responsible for. Do you understand? You're not sneaking on anything. That's like thinking you are something it's not an Atma sneaking on another Earth type body. No, you are spherical, round, looking at this form that you run to gain experience. We're supposed to bring these experiences back to the source and deliver them.
Yeah.
Duh. You know, and this wouldn't be a duh to people that don't have fear, because it wakes up and then they go, oh, yeah, of course, I remember that. It's as simple as that.
Let me say something to the group here, Scott. Most people don't have the didactic, that is the cosmology of the structure of creation. And that is something that I've been exposed to for almost a half a century. Scott's been doing a lot also too. And there are charts that you can access on the internet about the cosmology of the structure of creation and the various sounds and the rulers of those planes.
But that's true, but it won't help you because it's just mindless entertainment. You're just looking at information. You have to have experience. And you can't go there on your own and make it work. You have to have people higher and more aware and awake in the source energy as master teachers to help us, or we can't make it without them.
Right.
We just can't. We're dumbed down here. We need their help. I do.
As do I.
I can't do this without Torellian and Satnam and all these other Ramu and Pelham and Etta, and even my cat Starlight was on this journey. And Leanna, who died before, it's just a long story. And Sammy, who's a Pashat now in another world. And Jennifer, a cat before that, and a little parakeet. And they're in Satnam's realm going through transmutations, changes that not only will they not have to incarnate again as a bird or an animal, they won't even have to incarnate as a human if they don't want to.
So when an individual
your head.
It's one of the gifts we have to give others when we have more freedom to bring them to such a place. Do you understand? Otherwise, they just get killed and eaten and died and go back in around circles along with all the people that are doing it. And nothing changes. Okay, I shouldn't have turned that on yet, I guess. Too many people trying to get home. I'm going to shut it right off again. All right, so we are here on this journey, still on the journey. Awakening. I'm not giving you guys mindless data and information. This is direct experience stuff.
Yeah.
And all those charts and all those graphs have not changed the world one bit, have they?
No.
They can be true, but how do you wake that up in yourself if you see a chart or a graph, if nobody can guide you there? And if they can guide you through the charts and graphs and can't take you into the void or higher, what good is it ultimately? Some good, I guess, but we're supposed to be returning to source while we're running bodies. That's the whole point. And we are. All of you are. You have the courage. You guys have more courage than anybody else on earth I've run into. Except the Thai people who have a Buddhist background. I mean, think about it. Somebody has to start this process of charging Earth's atmosphere that's depleted. The hue is sucked dry in it. Doesn't glow. Waters don't glow here. The atmosphere doesn't glow. The sun does. But it's the beings running bodies on Earth that allow certain energy to come through, not the sun, to charge the oceans with the hue. Normal worlds glow. They're not like Earth. Yeah. They don't have earthquakes and tidal waves and volcanoes and polar shifts and mantles switching and hurricanes and tidal waves and tornadoes. They don't have any of that. Why?
It's doing it.
Well, for one thing, they have binary or trinary suns, which eliminates polar ice caps, number one. And their temperature is mean temperature worldwide, number one. And because the oceans are charged with the hue like they normally should be, the consciousness on the planet is so much higher, people just don't acquire or get involved in normally getting caught and trapped. I did, all of you did. It wasn't our intent, but it happened. So a lot of those beings out there never got caught in this trap. And those are the beings that are assisting us now because they're motivated to do that now. They should do that.
Yeah.
Right? Just not sit with their head up their ass over there somewhere in space and, pardon my language, and just not do anything when they can. They can't do it for us. There's a spiritual principle involved here. Love and do as you will. It means you're awake and you do as you will without fear. Then you love and do as you will. Otherwise, you're not doing as you will at all. You're misdoing, see? Fear doesn't mix with the higher faculties of creation at all. So we have to have a way to shut those down or have them shut down for us to gain experience. And then move on. And that's what we're doing now. We're moving on.
We are.
While you're doing this for yourself, you're actually helping the Hue expansion ray charge our depleted oceans. Only a few of us. It only takes maybe 150 million out of 8 billion to transform an entire planet in a day. We're not there yet. But we're working in that direction. So I think I'll bring this. Any other questions about this Q&A part of this journey, which is another journey?
Oh, that was great. Thank you. Thank you.
Scott,
Remember the two journeys go together.
yeah, Scott,
Yeah.
eventually, will we have the ability to focus more with the time of, say, I wanted to view what I'm doing Wednesday. What a delightful week that's coming up. Trying to see any activities. Is that possible to narrow the time and space to a point where you can see what you're doing, say Wednesday or Thursday next week?
Well, if you're talking about the future is not done yet. It's potential. The more awake you are, the better future you walk into.
Oh, so it's not created yet.
Not unless you've created it already from above the void. Remember, the void, above the void, and the void works above time and space. So if you want to affect things in time and space, past, present, future, you got to work with masterful beings there to set it up right, see it from there, and then come down here and experience it. You walk into it.
Oh, so then it's possible to create up there.
Only if it's good.
And just walk into it.
Only if it's good for the benefit of all life, including you. Otherwise, it's stepping out of those bounds.
Yes.
It's stepping on other people's toes. Can't do that. So we have to be careful about what we do with power.
Yeah.
So then there are different laws that we have to abide with when we're up there. That's different than the laws we have here on Earth.
Okay. Whatever this is.
What's that noise?
It's just a phone. I turn it on, turn it off.
Oh.
It's not to be worried about. It's odd how people and things will try to interrupt when you're in the middle of something that really matters. I just ignore it because it's all we can do. I don't let it in or divert things or misdirect things. It's just stuff we have to deal with. And so it's possible to do anything and change anything. But even in my own case, it has to be in harmony with the greater collective Hue expansion ray and all the beings in it. We work in harmony together. We don't just do our own thing and bump into them and throw them off the bus and say, get out of my way, I'm doing what I want. We have to do it respectfully. The problem with people on Earth is they're not respecters of other life forms or each other very much.
Exactly.
So they can't have these kinds of abilities awakened in them because, number one, the Atma they are won't let them have it. You mean their own self won't let them do it. Because at the core, we're still the same being. At the core, we're supposed to be co-creators with the source.
Yeah.
Not co-abusers of anything the hell we want whenever we want. That's the problem with Earth people. They're not awake. They're not conscious.
Yeah.
They're living. They're running bodies, but they're born into a world of people that do not support them waking up generally. Right?
Okay.
So you have to find ways around that, find a few people and a few things and cross paths with you, and then it all starts to waken up within yourself. You can't force it on the rest of the 8 billion people. I leave that to the source, Satnams and the Hue expansion ray, maybe silent mentors. And they don't even want to get involved with individual Atmas anyway. They're too busy.
I can understand that.
You know, but the silent master teachers and Satnam, they care, but they care that we care enough to keep what's given to us. Otherwise, they're not going to give it to us. They know better. And down deep, we do too, don't we?
We do.
We're Atmas. We've
Yes.
always known. This is the thing I want to leave with all of you. You have never had any negative nature in your being ever, and you still don't. So everything else is the illusion of energies you look through subconsciously in the field that surrounds the Atma, not in it.
Yeah.
There's no implants in the Atma. No subconscious mind. There's no etheric, mental, causal, astral, and physical body in the Atma. Those are external to you. You run them. That's very big help when you're trying to wake up to know this stuff again, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So Scott,
Yeah.
by eliminating total negative energy, that makes us super duper positive, where we can procreate.
But you see, the thing is, you can't be that in the future. You already are. Always have been. So you're already the pure positive of the upper realities. Now, coming down and collecting all the wisdom you've collected in all those billions of lives and tortured and unconscious and can't remember, when you get that back, the wisdom part of it is all you keep. The rest is disintegrated. No more subconscious mind. No more good and evil. It's gone. Now this is different because it isn't just selfishly, individually for us now. It's for the whole thing. It's changing. The lower worlds of time and space are just fine, but they do need to be run differently than they have been by replacing the old failed experiment of good and evil as a cattle prod with something that imparts the wisdom as it passes through us to recover who we are and never be vulnerable to be trapped again or create this again. We're creating the whole universe differently now for the first time. Better. Only because something has been brought into creation in the upper worlds that can take the old failed experiment of good and evil, can take its place. The universe abhors a vacuum. Something has to take its place. And an administration has to be brought in place to run that something. There is a plane above the silent mental realm, above the sound and light of the prime creator or source. And it's called the Hue expansion ray plane. And this is how this is being run. It moves down through all of the governors of the upper realities in a unique way, through their co-creative contribution, of course, and down through the void and down through the planes. And there's 4 silent mentors surrounding each of what you call the Purushas of the lower planes, because they are tyrants. The gods people worship are tyrants. They're not there to set anybody free. Duh, look at the earth. When have they ever done that? Common sense is not prevalent and not much awake on this planet yet. But that's just common sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to get to have an association recovered of those beings that are really far above the gods people worship in the lower worlds of time and space and help change it, because the 4 silent mentors around each of them are making it so this can happen because they would prevent it if they could, just out of a bad old habit. You get my point?
Yep.
Yeah.
The energy that's doing this is far beyond their power. It is their boss. And that boss better be awake enough to want to change something, or nothing's going to change.
Mm.
Our
Okay.
job is to come back to source and help it change. We haven't been doing that now, have we?
Mm.
That's why the old failed experiment of good and evil is failed. Because it didn't do what it was intended to do. It was intended to create the lower worlds of time and space as mirrors of the upper worlds. We certainly didn't accomplish that yet, did we? But we're still responsible to do that. We're not getting out of this. We have to be co-creators with the source. It's our destiny as Atmas. Can't be given a heaven in the planes above the void bringing all this negative crap with us. We'd all destroy that place in a day. That's why the void's there. Nobody's going to allow that to happen. That makes sense, right?
Yep.
I would like to say something that I'm playing with.
Wait, can I close this recording down first and then we'll talk?
Sure.